is to Freshie. I have a lot. I have a lot to talk about. So, I have been. I don't know how to say it. I'm at a turning point. I'm at a bit of a turning point in my life right now. Just a little bit. So no, in all seriousness, I just wanted to make this video as kind of like a checkpoint to not only, look back myself in a couple years from now, and even in a month from now sometimes, maybe even tomorrow. These videos are reminders to myself as well, but it's something I feel the need to make so that you guys can analyze your lives as well and kind of see, what stage of my life am I at? Am I at, stage 1, which I'll explain later, stage 2, or like stage 3, which I wouldn't say I'm at stage 3 yet. And there's a lot of stages to life. It's not just 1, 2, 3, here's your progress, always going up. Progress is never linear. I've said that in my previous videos, and I'll say it again because it's a reminder that I myself needed even recently, and I got because of myself. So I'm letting you guys know progress is never linear. Don't view my progress and think, oh, my life isn't going that way, so now my life is, for some reason I'm not making progress. That's not true at all. I'm just explaining how my progress has been and breaking it down into stages to kind of make this a little easier to follow along, because it's a lot of information. It's my life. So after my high school, I graduated. I was in a relationship that was not healthy. I've actually never been in a healthy relationship, just to explain. Been in many different relationships, and in every single one I've been cheated on, lied to, manipulated, used to make other people jealous, you name it, it's happened. And the very last relationship I was in was 3 years ago, and that was in this stage 1 period of time where I was just graduating high school, going into college. I did a 1-year STEM major, Okay, well, referencing to my previous videos, don't let anything stop you. I just got another one of those roadblocks. My camera just stopped recording for some reason. And also, where's the piece? Yeah, before I started recording this video, I dropped my tripod and it literally broke. So it's mounted on a book right now to keep it level. I don't even know if it's fully leveled, but I'm trying, so bear with me. But little things like this are going to happen, so don't let these roadblocks get in the way, because this is what separates people from, oh, things aren't going my way, the world is against me, I'll never figure this out, versus, okay, it's fine, this broke, I'm gonna glue it in the future. Right now I still need to record a video, let me just make this happen, and then I'll handle it when the time comes. It's that mindset of being able to improvise, knowing that the world is not against you, it's actually working for you, but you just have to understand, no matter what hardships you're faced with, like this, everything happens for a reason, no matter how terrible it may have been. I know there's a lot of terrible things that happen in the world. I'm trying not to curse, so for lack of a better word, there's horrendous things that happen in this world, and some of those things might have happened to you. Just know it all happens for a reason. And I'm not saying you deserved it in any way, but I promise you, God's plan is greater than our plan. Don't think that just because things don't go your way, that now everything is against you, and that now, for some reason, somehow, you're not supposed to be doing what you're doing. Follow your intuition, follow your pure intentions, and know that whatever happens, no matter how terrible, no matter how horrendous, even if you think you could never get back from it, I promise you can. And I promise you'll come back even stronger. Don't give up on yourself. Don't stop trying to be yourself. Never give up, and understand that you are you for a reason. Don't let go of yourself, because there's a reason you are you. Okay, you have a purpose. Don't don't go seeking it in other things. Seek it within God and yourself. My friend Ray, we had a Bible study recently, and he was telling me, you don't need to seek fulfillment in this world when you seek fulfillment in God. And that really hit me deeply. And I'm going to get into my journey with God, because that's a part of this. I'm getting a little sidetracked, but you know what I mean. I'm just trying to be real with you guys and just be honest, because I don't like to cut corners. And when he told me that, I really realized I was seeking fulfillment in this world. I was seeking fulfillment in, I used to smoke weed a lot, and I was very depressed. I was suicidal at one point during high school, and was saved through my relationship that ended up being very toxic. And, even through all of that, I realized no matter what I did, I never felt fulfillment. Everything I did to try and seek fulfillment, it was all just instant gratification, short-term pleasures from this world. That's what this had. This whole world, all it has to offer you is short-term pleasure and gratification. I swear to you, like, even within friends and family, like those moments where you're with them are, yes, sure, they can last you a lifetime, but what happens when they leave? What happens when you're alone in the room? Who's with you? God and yourself. When you seek fulfillment in God, you are fulfilled in all realms. And that's where you can truly enjoy and be at peace with not only yourself, but understanding that these experiences, this whole life, is just one short part of an eternity. So don't get too caught up in being human. Understand that we are something more, experiencing what it's like to be human. And so, with that said, I'm going to go back to stage one. So high school, relationships didn't work. Lied to, cheated on, manipulated, whatever, all that. Went through it, was broken, depressed, suicidal. I never got to the point where I was hurting myself, because I knew it wouldn't get me anywhere. Being honest, just fully honest, I was always the type of person where I was like, I'm either going to, end it all, or not do anything and kind of just like roll through the punches. And don't do either. Don't just sit there and take a bunch of punches, and don't just take the easy way out, because I'm telling you that easy way it's not taking you anywhere. Nothing good will come from that. Even if you think all of a sudden now you're free from all everything is taking. It's like when you try and leave the country and you think all your problems are going to be solved because you leave the country. Everything comes with you. Everything comes with you. I promise you that. So don't just stop. Take it with you. Take it with you and live it. Live through it, because when you take it with you and you actually understand it and analyze it and come out of it a greater person, something else, like, you cannot even fathom. I could not even imagine myself being the person who I am today. 2 years ago, 1 year ago, even. And it's because I kept going. It's because I kept rolling through all these punches, and it's because I had faith in myself. And when you have faith in yourself, it only takes you so far. And then I hit that point where I realized that the hole in my heart, it was because I didn't have faith in anything greater than myself. I always was agnostic and believed in, some things out there, some sort of higher power, but I didn't know what, and I was just kind of praying to the void. And recently I found God. I found the Bible, and I found God's Word. A lot of people will try and persuade you to try and actually follow God with a worldly version of the Bible. Don't trust that. Trust the Bible for what it is, and actually read it. A lot of people don't, and I was one of those people. I never read it, and I was like, oh, if you don't follow the Bible, then you go to hell. That kind of God is a terrible God. I want nothing to do with it. Read it. Read it and then understand it, and your life will change. Your life will change completely. With that said, I'm not going to get too deep into that right now. But I want to refocus on the stages again. I will probably make a video in the future about everything. Not even like this, just everything. And I'll get to that. But right now this video is about my turning point in life. So stage one was high school, bit of college, did 1 year in STEM, I wanted to be a pediatrician. My parents really wanted me to be a doctor because I'm Persian. When you're Persian, everyone's like, be a doctor, like be an engineer. Doctor did not work out. Chemistry was really hard for me. I didn't take chem in high school, so I went into it and was struggling really hard. Tried again, I couldn't do it. I was really depressed, and I went through a car accident as well. I got rammed. I was rear-ended. My car flipped 3 times, and I landed upside down. Thankfully, no injuries. I was literally at the gym the next day. Wear your seatbelt, please. Please wear your seatbelt. Literally saved my life. My equipment, my microphone was in the trunk, was literally 20 feet in front of the car. So that would have been my body. So please wear your seatbelt. So please wear your seatbelt. With that said, that all happened in that first year of college. Then I did 2 years of psychological sciences, wanted to be a therapist, and I wasn't sure what kind of therapist. I was kind of just like rolling with it because didn't have to take chem, to be honest. So I was just looking for a stable job I could get my degree with, and I'm a good student. It's just chemistry is like, if you've taken chem, you know. It's something else, and it has nothing to do with being a pediatrician. So that's why I was like, it really bothered me, honestly. The fact that something that has nothing to do with my major is stopping me from pursuing something I actually wanted to do, because I love just taking care of people, but taking care of children especially. My mother is a preschool teacher, and growing up, like, she was my preschool teacher, and then I would volunteer like hours at her preschool, and I would just, like, you know, take care of the kids, help out, and it really grew on me. So I wanted to be a pediatrician, I really did, but chemistry, you know, stopped me from doing that, and that has nothing to do with being a pediatrician, but it is what it is. So, you know, that's a whole other thing. But wanted to be a pediatrician, that didn't work. Did 2 years in psychological sciences. Then I realized, I was like, music is my passion. And I was started making music around this time in my 3rd year in college, which is like where I'm at basically. It's like in this transition phase between stage 1 and stage 2, where I was like, why am I in psychological sciences pursuing a job where I know my goal, not my dream, my goal is to change the world for good and only good. Like, this is literally what I'm here to do. That's what I wake up and get up and live for, is to change this world for good and only good. I pray for it every single morning. I pray for it every single night. I pray for it in between. Like, you name it, like, it's on my mind all the time. We had a family dinner. Like, I was sitting there just, like, thinking about what was next. Like, what do I have to do next? And that's how dedicated I am to this. This is what I live for. This is my purpose. I know this. And I was like, why am I trying to pursue something? I really had to ask myself this question. Why am I trying to pursue something that will land me in an office where I can help people one-on-one, which is great. I already do that, though, over phone and in person. I help people, but I'm trying to change the world. I can't do that in a therapist's office, you know what I mean? And I'm not bashing on it at all in any way. It's just, for me and my goal, I can't achieve my goal in life. I can't achieve my purpose I've created for myself within myself, that I have intuition of. My ambition, I can't achieve in an office. I need to be in front of the entire world. And I know music is a giant step for that. It's not the step, you know, maybe it will be, I don't know. But I do know music is the first step towards connecting this world. It's something that we all feel, like a certain song plays, no matter who you are. There's always that one song, gets your foot tapping, brings people together, people start dancing. You can literally start dancing on the street with someone you don't even know because a good song is playing and because you both are just feeling the energy. And because of that, I realized, I was like, I can't live my life for my parents. Like, as much as I love them, and they know I love them so much, I tell them every single day because I'm truly thankful for my parents. Like, I know not everyone has that, but like, I tell my mom and I tell my dad, like, every single day, as much as I can, like, I love you. Even if it's like a moment where it's like, it might be like a little awkward or something, just because it's like a little random, or like I'm just passing by them. Like, I tell them because I truly understand it's not forever. Like I said, this is a small portion of an eternity. So I'm trying to make the most love I possibly can occur and make it last what feels like an eternity. And so I tell them every time, I tell them every time I see them that I love them, and I'm just so thankful for them. So I kind of got off track. I'm so blessed, bro. Like, we're all so blessed. Even if you don't have a mom or a dad with you right now, like, you are so blessed. Like, I really hope you understand that, because you have yourself. You have yourself. Like, that's it, bro. Okay. There's so much I want to say to you guys, but I can't do it all in one video. Okay, going back. I'll get to that stuff, like, in the future. So there's, like, piece of dog fur. This guy is adorable. Okay, dude. Okay, so in that transition period, I realized I can't live for my parents. They wanted me to be a doctor. I tried it. It didn't work. They wanted me to pursue, college. And I was in university. I had good grades and everything. I was doing great. But I realized, I was like, I can't just live a life that they want me to live. I only have one life. Like, we only have one life. And if you spend it trying to impress and please other people your entire life, especially at a moment where something as crucial as your prime years, 20 to 30, you should not be out clubbing and doing all this stuff. Like, have fun here and there, but do not sacrifice your entire life for having fun. You need to be grinding. You need to be putting the work in, regardless of gender, regardless of sex. You need to be putting the work in to achieve what your purpose and what your goal is. If you don't know what your purpose is, explore your options. There's an entire world out there. Like, get out of your room, do things, go travel if you can. If you can't travel, look up different, like, bro, the world is yours. The world is yours. Do something for good and only good, and I guarantee you it will work if you put your 110% into it and don't give yourself excuses. No excuses, you can take over the world for good and only good. I'm telling you. And so that's the timing I'm on. That's the timing I'm on. That's the timing you should be on. That's the timing that we need to be on. 25/8. 24/7 isn't good enough. 25/8. And so I realized I can't live, for my parents' goals. I need to live for my own goals. And that's when I had a conversation with a friend of mine, Sachi, and he was like, dude, like, your passion is music. Like, you need to talk to them and have a real conversation and be like, hey, like, as much as I love you guys, like, if I don't do it now, I will never do it. And he was so right. Like, it really opened my eyes so much. Like, I started tearing up when we had that conversation. I really did, because I was like, dude, like, not only if I don't do it now, when will it happen? But also, I need to tell my parents, like, I need to talk to them and tell them, hey, like, as much as I love you guys, I cannot live my life for you. Like, I need to live my life for myself. And it's not just going out and doing something because you feel like it. It's because this is what you are here for. It's because you know this is what you will go in every single day and not come back home and complain about just because something went wrong. Like, you come back home and you have good energy because you know you were still doing something that you love, even if it didn't go perfectly. That I just opened my eyes to, like, I need to tell them. I need to tell them, because if I continue trying to live my life for what they want me to live for, it would leave me stranded. It would leave me feeling like unfulfilled in the sense of I just gave up my goals. So when I fully realized this, I took action within 2 days. Like, basically immediately. I had to think about it a little bit because it's a little scary. Talking to your parents about changing your entire life. And I told them, I was like, I need to drop out of psychological sciences and pursuing university, and I need to fully dedicate myself to music and my passion. And so I did this shift where, like, my body was like this, and I was looking at science and, like, psychology and all that, and I was looking at music at the same time, to where now it's like full attention. Like, my music, my life, my passion, my ambition, my desire, my everything, it's on my goals. Like, my whole body is on, it's locked in. And so that's where I realized, because Sachi told me this. He was like, anything other than your goals is a distraction. And that hit me. Like, that's so true. I cannot fully dedicate myself to something if I'm spending half my energy trying to pursue something else that is a cushion, or I could actually fully dedicate myself to something, give my 110%, and just go at it. Like, take what's yours. And that's what I'm doing. I'm taking what's mine. And so I made that pivot. And that's where I, like, started entering stage 2. Was went from living for this world, family, friends, like, relationships, doing, like, partying, living for people that didn't even care about me, smoking weed, drinking, all that. I went from living for the world to living for not only myself but God. And so when stage 2 came along, it was basically, I hit this point in my life where like I said, I dropped the university and living for the world, and I began living for God, myself, and truly for good and only good, which means changing my life with no more smoking, no drunkenness, even trying not to curse, that, like, all these things. I'm changing my life for good and only good. And not only that, but I'm hitting a point where I see where I'm at. And this is where I want you guys to kind of pick up on this, is there's a certain, like I said, like that turning point where you fully dedicate yourself to something. And I need you to find that turning point, and not only find it, but turn. What's coming up for me and where all this has led me is now I'm able to fully pursue my music. I'm about to enter my 6 to 9 months of training and preparation for taking off with my music and truly making this happen. Not only that, but I have a turning point with my physical, my mental, and my spiritual. So I'm also getting baptized within like a week or so, hopefully, if God allows it. Like, within a week, gonna have the Holy Spirit with me. Gonna be pushing forward in a brand new light, so much so to the point where, like I said, music is going, physical is going, spiritual is going, and on top of that, this is all preparing me. I need to hit a point where I realize that this has all prepared me for stage 3. And I can't skip stage 2 though. Stage 2 is like the preparation phase for stage 3. Whereas stage 1 was really just the introduction to preparation. before I thought that was the preparation. Now I'm seeing that was just the introduction. I was just getting out of it all. And now I'm at my preparation phase. This is my training phase. In stage 2, I need to give it my 110%. Like I said, no excuses, full dedication, full consistency every single day until I sleep. And then when I wake up, 110% on it every single day. No excuses. And so I need to be on that. And that's what you need to be on when you hit that stage 2, where you get out of that slump and you're in that actual preparation phase. And so now that I have this preparation phase or stage 2, I am taking it from here to now. I can't only focus on, music, my businesses, making money as passive income, fitness and all this, like on top, and content creation, everything, like on top of all of this. And of course God, like making time for God and finding time to be still, which being still is basically just like, I'm here, there's no rush, like let's just take it step by step, take a deep breath, take a look around, be thankful. So of course always make time for these things, but I also need to make sure I'm making time that I'm prepared for what is coming. Because this preparation phase, what am I preparing for? As I'm preparing for what is coming, I also need to think, okay, where can I see myself moving? When I do have this amount of money, what am I going to do with it? Where are my assets going to go? Soon cash isn't even going to be a thing. I need to think about all these things ahead of time. And if you don't know, I'm letting you know right now. It's 2023. By 2033, cash is probably not going to exist. So seize the opportunity right now. I'm telling you. Don't just watch this and think, oh, it's nothing. Do your research. It's already happening in other foreign countries, third world countries. Dude, they're already making it so there's no cash. They're already forcing that. And soon they want to make it the one currency system. Just get ahead of the loop. Make your money right now. Fully grind. Stop making excuses. I don't care how old you are. Make your money now. Make assets. Spend it on assets. Don't spend it on putting everything in the bank, thinking, okay, I have a savings fund, it's all good. Like, no. Get real ores. Get real materials. Buy things that you can actually trade with that have real value. Not just paper. Not just like some paper thing that could literally be cardboard. Like real material. Something you can physically change or trade. I don't know, this is a terrible example. Don't go buying a bunch of cups. But like cars, gold, silver, all these things. Cars are not number one on that list, but it's still something. And so I'm preparing in all these ways. And that stage 3 I haven't even reached yet, so I couldn't really tell you fully what stage 3 is like. Hopefully if God allows it, I'll be able to make a video on that in the future for you guys. But as of right now, I'm in my stage 2, and that is preparation phase versus stage 1 being the introduction. And within this preparation phase, I had to also forgive. I realized I was holding on to a lot of my past, and there's so much power in forgiveness. I realized I had a lot of, I wouldn't call it hatred, but they were not positive emotions, that's for sure. And it was all because of past events. And so I let that person know that I forgave them. And not only that I forgave them, but I forgive them. It's an active effort every single day to understand that I cannot just feed hatred, more hatred, because then you just fall into that cycle. It's a loop. You have to break the cycle. Feed hatred with love. Respond to hatred with love, with peace, with forgiveness. The same way our Lord forgave us, who are we not to forgive? Forgive the people who have done you wrong, so that they can see, even though that they've been done wrong, you have nothing but love and forgiveness for them. So that hopefully, and I know it will happen, so not even hopefully, when they see that you gave hatred love, they will see, dang, like, I don't need to be feeding people hatred just because I was fed hatred. I can feed this world love and put an end to that hatred so that no one has to feel what I had to feel. That's what this world needs. That's what you need. That's what I need. That's what we all need. Us, as human beings here on this planet. Like, just feed love to each other. Don't spread more hatred just because hatred was spewed on you. And so, with that said, that's really, I feel like that's a good point to stop here. I really don't have anything else on my mind other than live a life that's for good and only good. Because when your intentions are pure, you have nothing to worry about, because bad intention doesn't exist. So, with that said, I love you.